October 19th edition on this Tuesday of the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks for checking in today. And a pretty nice day on tap across the region. Some weather changes on the way over the next 36 hours, though, and some indications of a little bit more of an active pattern next week as well. Let's start off with a look at the radar imagery this morning, and there's been some pockets of moderate rain over parts of southern New England, places like New York and Philadelphia, even Baltimore, been seeing that activity. That won't impact us, but what is associated with our next storm system is this activity back into Oklahoma and Arkansas. You have a cold front generally in that area, and low pressure there along that front will move eastward and give us a very limited shower chance very early tomorrow. Now, it was an interesting day yesterday. The southern Piedmont, say the Highway 74 corridor thereabouts, you had this persistent band of high-level, relatively thick high-level cloud cover and held temperatures down into the lower 70s at most in many spots in and around the Charlotte metro area. In the meantime, you had highs of around 80 in the Triangle region. And the difference was just simply the thickness of the high-level cloud cover we had overhead. Today, I think all of us see a lot of sunshine, and most Piedmont locations will bump up into the lower 80s for highs this afternoon. When you see the clouds with our next system, that'll begin to move in tonight. Temperature-wise, on the mild side of the front, you have some 60s and even a few low 70s down in South Texas this morning. These are 4 a.m. temperatures, 4 a.m. Eastern time. But there's that new push of cooler air. Nothing brutally cold about it at all, but it's definitely a push of cooler air that we are going to be feeling in here Thursday through the upcoming weekend. Here's the upper air chart today. Broad troughiness in the eastern half of the country, but the trough will sharpen a bit as we get into the Thursday time frame on into Friday and Saturday. That'll push that cooler air mass back in place. Now, today it's going to be a dry day, high of around 80 to 82 in many Piedmont locations. Now, tomorrow morning, and maybe as early as late tonight, that's when we'll have the chance of a few showers moving through. This is the GFS showing you the precip from, this will be 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. The NAM is slightly more bullish. There's the NAM output. And so I think really we're talking a very brief shower chance, especially along into the north of Interstate 40. But even there, the showers will be very quick moving, very brief, and pretty light overall. Then it's a dry day on Thursday, a lot of sunshine, highs in the 70s, lows back into the 40s Thursday morning onward through Saturday morning. Beautiful day Friday, a lot of sunshine, highs in the lower side of the 70s. Saturday looks good, but we'll begin to get some southerly flow back in place, so we'll begin to warm things up. Maybe some mid-70s for highs on Saturday. Sunday, maybe a few upper 70s. Still looks dry, but we're continuing to increase the moisture in advance of our next little system that moves in Tuesday. And like I mentioned, there are some indications that the storm track picks up in intensity and frequency of storm systems next week. So one system possible, relatively weak in nature Monday. Another one then possible later on in the week, maybe two more later in the week, depending on which model you believe. And the GFS here is really wrapping up a pretty powerful storm system around next Thursday and Friday. That could, just based on the surface charts here, that could be a decent severe weather maker in the Mississippi and the Ohio Valley, maybe into the southeast if the dynamics stay far enough south. And notice a big plunge of a true Arctic type of air behind it in time for Halloween. Now, the big question is, where exactly does that Arctic air head? Don't know for sure yet, but it does look like there'll be a potent system toward the end of next week and some cold air to follow it, but whether it's here or whether it's centered back in the plains, I just don't know yet, but we'll see. And finally, the tropics, still watching that area in the western Caribbean Sea. It is no better organized this morning, and there's no immediate developmental signs with that. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.